Good morning.
All right, everyone, the time is now 7:30 a.m. here on the East Coast. My name is Rain Augustine, and thank you all so much for continuing to choose Live Now from Fox as your source for nonstop news. In this hour, we are going to continue our in-depth coverage of the Gabby Petito case. Right now, we know that investigators are still searching for 22-year-old Brian Laundrie, Gabby's fiance, who has been reported missing. He's also been named a person of interest in the case. Now, we do know that when it comes to these kind of investigations, authorities and investigators use so many different forms of intelligence, body language being one. So I would like to welcome to the conversation Greg Hartley, body language expert. Greg, thank you so much for joining us. And if you don't mind, I want to dive straight into it. Let's revisit the body camera footage from the very first time we witnessed police pull over Mr. Laundrie and Gabby Petito. And I'm going to play it out for you all, our viewers, and for Mr. Hartley. And I'm going to pause and play it so we can kind of analyze it in real time. Sound good?
Perfect. Perfect.
All right. So this is the body camera footage from when police officers first pulled Gabby and Brian Laundrie over. Let's go ahead and play this out in full.
Driver is showing some obscure driving, possibly intoxicated. Currently doing 45 miles an hour. Zone through here is 25. Oh! Subject just hit the curb. Correction, speed limit is 15. I'm about 3/4 of a mile into the arches, just before the gate. You want to place your vehicle into park and go ahead and turn it off for me?
Yeah, sure.
No, park?
Oh, it is in park, yeah.
Okay, turn off your engine. Go ahead and set your keys on the dash for me, all right? What's your guys' names?
Gabby.
I'm Brian.
Gabby, Brian? Okay. What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
It was a long day. We were camping yesterday, and camping got the stuff, flies and stuff. I'm sorry I hit the bump there.
I was distracting him from driving, I'm sorry.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for me, man?
All right, Greg, let's go ahead and pause it right here. So we witnessed police noticing some erratic driving. They pulled Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito over. Whenever the officer approaches the vehicle, we see some brief interaction, some initial interaction between the two. What's the first thing that you noticed?
Yeah, the first thing I notice is fight or flight in these two people, which is normal. If you've ever been pulled over by a police officer, your initial reaction is going to be to try to make the officer happy. You're going to try to placate whatever he wants. You always give him an excuse for why things happen. They all do. All of my highway patrol friends say sorry is the #1 word they hear from folks. And what's happening is we are wired in a way that we get fight or flight. That means our respiration increases, our blink rate increases, and those officers can tell that. And you notice with both of them that they both apologize. They're both afraid that there's a problem. I appreciate you playing this from the beginning because most people assume that they were pulled over from a domestic violence charge, and that's not the case. They thought it was maybe erratic and drunk driving. But this first part is fairly normal, and he notices she's crying, so he's going to immediately move in and assume that something else is going on and try to slow that as well. You'll see it.
I was distracting him from driving, I'm sorry.
All right, let's go ahead and continue to play out this footage. I believe next the police officer is going to ask her to step out the car so we can really get a close-up look as to what her body language is displaying.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for me, man?
Yeah.
Just hang tight right there. Do you mind if I take your keys and just put them on your hood?
You got it, buddy. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm going to go ahead and close your door, okay? Why don't you come over here? SO229, I have the female that was in the passenger seat separated from the male. Keys are on the hood. You want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just some days I have really bad OCD, and I was just cleaning and straightening up the back of the van before, and I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean, because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him. I just like, I guess my vibe is like I am like in a bad mood. And I was just saying, I'm sorry if I'm in a bad mood. I've just been really stressed. I had so much work I was doing on my computer this morning.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I used to work at an organic juice bar, but I just quit my job.
Okay.
I was a nutritionist. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
that's my
That's
job.
cool.
And I just
So, Greg, one of the very first things I noticed is their verbal tone whenever the police officer asked them to step out of the car. It's almost like they were trying very hard to give the presentation that they were comfortable.
For sure. And that's human nature. What we're trying to do is to placate that officer, because the last thing we want is any engagement or anything to go further. Whether it's a traffic violation or something else, you can hear her voice lilt at the end. She goes, sure. And so they're trying to be normal. You're right. There's something going on in here. A couple of things to notice in her body language. She crosses her abdomen, and that's a primary barrier for trying to get more space. This is pretty normal. She's been pulled over by a police officer. She's not sure what's coming. And a lot of folks are going to point to the domestic violence piece of this and say they're indicators. And let's talk for a second about that part. But a woman will cross her abdomen as a primary blocker or as a primary barrier. Men will put their hands in front of their groin, kind of in a move called a fig leaf. And those are primary sex organs we're guarding, and that's just a DNA thing. Our brain is trying to protect the species. But she does one thing that's interesting for me that shows volatility in their relationship. If you listen to her, she's crying kind of wildly until she talks about things.
because I just saw the lights come on, and it was more just like you're an idiot.
And so when that becomes normal, that makes me think that it's normal for them to have some volatility in their relationship. And as I said in our presentation of this on the behavior panel in the very end, I could not see this ending well. That was before I knew there was a body.
So it offers some insight into the nature of their personal relationship.
Well, from what I can see here, and we're talking body language only, what I see here is volatility. I mean, I can see a guy who could probably be a hothead and that kind of thing. And, you know, women who've been in domestic abuse situations will see things that I don't see clearly. But I see him interacting with the police normally, like what I would expect, not normally, you know, barriering, closing up. I see her open, normal, but I can hear in that issue of her talking about emotional issues in a very flat tone and non-emotional issues very emotionally, that there's been a lot going on. I would expect there's escalation. You know, I was a 20-year soldier. I saw a lot of young soldiers in bad relationships, meaning bad choices. And there's never okay to hit each other. Never. If you're watching this and somebody's hitting you or you're hitting somebody, stop that now. That never ends well. And when you're dealing with young people who have a hotter kind of personality and that rises, it never can end well.
All right, let's go ahead and continue to watch the body camera footage.
Because I just saw the lights come on, and it was more just like you're an idiot. Like, you know.
But did you grab the steering wheel and like
No.
swerve or anything like that?
No. I
Okay.
didn't touch the steering wheel at all.
I'm gonna go ahead and close this door again. Do you have enough air back here, or do you want me to kick it up some more?
Do you have any water?
I will see if I can find some.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Okay, for me.
So now we're going
Have to have any water, would you? Can I get a bottle?
Did you already give a statement for this officer?
I've got this gentleman here.
This gentleman noticed that you had some marks on your neck. Yeah. And she's got some marks on her too. We're just trying to figure out what all happened. And I know you probably already told your story. This officer is probably going to be the one handling the whole case. You want to listen to what he has to say, and then you tell him what happened. So if you don't mind.
Start at the beginning for me.
Start at the beginning. Well, I don't want to go too far back, but we've been in Beyond Land for the past week or so, traveling around, and the flies here are pretty intense. So the flies have definitely been getting to her, and then my feet are dirty and everything. So I think that our little squabble started because we were hanging out at the coffee shop, and when we got back to the van, there was some dirt and stuff in the van, and I moved our food around, so it was a little disorganized, so she gets a little...
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Do you need any water?
That's okay.
It's hot out here.
We were going to get water because we ran out, but it's okay. No, it's alright. I don't like plastic bottles. It's okay. Thank you, though. But we just had a little disagreement there. Disagreement was just that she was getting a little worked up, and I was saying, no, it's okay. Thank you so much.
It's not like it's cold. That's good.
So it was just more of a disagreement, and I just wanted to say...
What was the disagreement about?
It was, I wouldn't even call it disagreement. It was just that I'm dirty and I can't change being dirty. Like I got dirty feet, I got sand on my flip-flops and stuff like that. It was that we were at the coffee shop for so long because we were there from 9 to 3. So there's a few little things, little relationships. I don't know if you're in a relationship, but I'm sure you're.
I've been married for over 5 years now. So.
There's a lot of little things. Right?
Yeah, I can go.
And
I get it.
We really... We weren't physical before the point where I said, all right, let's just take a breather and like walk away for a minute. I'll lock the van up and I'll go for a walk this way, and you can go walk down that way on the block. You know, there's that what is it called, moonflower?
Right.
Yeah. Nice areas. You can go either way. It's all shaded. So let's go for a little walk and breathe. We'll come back. Because we're happy with it. I'm not upset with her. She got worked up and she had a phone in her hand and her keys and everything. And she wanted. I met her keys, like her rings, her phone, and I was holding on to the keys because I didn't want to go anywhere. And my big fear is, I don't have my phone. I don't have a phone, so she goes off without me. With a car, I'm on my own. So I was saying, let's just go for a walk, and she was trying to get the keys for me. So I was just going, just wait back up, and that's when she hit me.
All right, Greg. So I'm not the expert here, but this is the first few moments of when police began to question Brian Laundrie after they asked him to step out of the vehicle. And I noticed a few things. Number one, he's not really taking any accountability. And also, he seems very confident.
So there are a couple of things. Number one, we see him standing openly until he's threatened. When they talk about the investigating officer and he turns to face him, notice he crosses his arms and closes his hands, and he starts to mill his hands then. He does the fig leaf we just talked about when we were talking to the young lady. But you see him barriering then. That means I need space. And then he starts to talk as if everything's okay. He's just answering questions. The red flag here for me that tells me there's volatility in this, now I don't know, has he been an abuser in the past, but there's volatility, is you hear him minimize, we got physical. That's passive voice. And it's we. It's not I got physical, she got physical. He doesn't point to her as being the domestic abuser or him as being the domestic abuser. So it's sharing blame and spreading it out. That's a red flag for me. But it also later, he offers to go to jail for her. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy things that happen in this video. So
I'm sure we could talk about this for a very long time and have a really in-depth analysis. We know that investigators are continuing their search. They're still looking for Mr. Laundrie. I'll pull up a timeline of the disappearance just so our viewers can stay up to date. What are you looking for as a body language expert? What will you be paying attention to as we get more details on this case?
Well, I'd love to see them actually interview him. I think his hyper-compliance may go away when they put pressure on him because he's hyper-compliant in these videos when they start to put pressure. I think the guy, if he gets interrogated, will probably ball up, get emotional, and confess. I would imagine we'll see that, but I'd love to see his actual interrogation video, assuming that happens. I'll watch when they take him into custody, assuming that happens.
All right, Greg Hartley, body language expert.